Opened 11 to 10, 11 to 8 now. Best Mate, Henrietta Knight's challenger, 6 to 1. 7's Roddock for Martin Pipe. 8's Dust Duel for Nicky Henderson, and 12's the alleged second string Landing Light. Money for Sausalito Bay. This race is often won by the Irish second string. 16's Evening World, and Mr. Lamb, 25 to 1 bar.
And at last, the traditional Cheltenham Roar sends them on their way in the first of 20 races. And over the first flight, Sausalito Bay just about the first to land, with Baklama on the outside. The white-faced Evening World, You'll Never Walk Alone, is very handy in these very early stages. On the inside, the favourite. Out wide is Fardanti Flyer, nearest to us Dust Jewel in the white colours. And then back in the field to Eastwell Hall and Silence Reigns. And then behind horses, the wide outside through the Rye, Roddock and Mr. Lamb, the stablemates from Martin Pipe's stable, sharing the last two places early as they make the run towards the second flight. And it's one of the Irishmen, Sausalito Bay, on the inside of Baklama, Evening World, and then Fardanti Flower and Dust Jewel on the outside as they clear flight number 2. You'll Never Walk Alone is settled towards the inside, and about 6th by Connor O'Dwyer taking a keen tug. They're followed by Eastwell Hall and Best Mate the Rail, then Silence Reigns, then Dodjo out wider is through the Rye. Ballet K towards the rear with Roddock and Kaiser Stoltz, and finally the grey Mr. Lamb. But they're well grouped in the Capel Cure Sharp Supreme Novices hurdle as they run into the back straight and on towards flight number 3, a slight downhill run to the next flight. And it's Sausalito Bay that still leads in the hands of Paul Carberry as they race downhill, leads by a length to Baklama. Then Evening World, Fardanti Flower and You'll Never Walk Alone on the inside. Dusk Jewel is out wider as they run to flight number 3. Over this Sausalito Bay from Baklama. Mr. Lamb jumped out to the right a little bit towards the rear of the field. Sausalito Bay, Baklama, Fardanti Flower, and then Evening World on the inside. Dust Jewel and You'll Never Walk Alone right there on the inner, the green with the gold hoop sleeves, the colours of J.P. McManus. We'll be seeing those a lot this week as they run on towards flight number 4 now, and it's Sausalito Bay still leading from Baklama in second, in third Evening World, then Dust Jewel, a good jump on the outside. You'll Never Walk Alone travelling comfortably. They're closely attended then by Eastwell Hall. Behind Eastwell Hall, Silence Reigns. Best Mate trying for a run up the inside. Out wide as Roddock, and then back to Dodjo and Ballet K and through the Rye as they climb uphill towards the next. Tightly bunched over this one, Sausalito Bay. Evening World, a very slow jump at that. Mr. Lamb is a little bit detached as now they rise to the high point on the track, and it's Sausalito Bay that continues to make the running here from Baklama in second place. You'll Never Walk Alone on the inside, then from Fardanti Flyer. Back to Eastwell Hall and Best Mate, and Roddock is out wide as they make the top turn and run downhill towards the final 3 flights of hurdles with about 5 furlongs left to cover. And it's Sausalito Bay on the inside in the noseband. Fardanti Flyer, Dust Jewel. Out wide is Roddock over 3 out. You'll Never Walk Alone, a good jump up the inside. They're followed then by Silence Reigns. Best Mate is now driven along as they run to the second last. Sausalito Bay, Fardanti Flyer, Roddock on the outside, and You'll Never Walk Alone right there on the inside, poised to challenge as they landed over 2 out. Best Mate is rallying in behind them. Then Silence Reigns, 6 horses bursting away from Eastwell Hall with Mr. Lamb making late headway, rounding the final turn. Sausalito Bay now joined by Fardanti Flyer and Roddock. Here comes the favourite, You'll Never Walk Alone on the outside, wider up Best Mate over the final flight. Sausalito Bay, Fardanti Flyer, Mr. Lamb down at the last. It's Sausalito Bay still in front from Fardanti Flyer. You'll Never Walk Alone trying to get on terms with his fellow Irishman. Best Mate coming home well under the stands rail, but Sausalito Bay is holding on grimly, and Sausalito Bay holds on to win. Best Mate was second, then You'll Never Walk Alone. Roddock was fourth, followed home by Fardanti Flyer, then Eastwell Hall and Silence Reigns and Ballet K. Dusk Jewel was next from Evening World, then Dodjo, behind Dodjo Baklama, and the only one that failed to complete was Mr. Lamb, and his rider Adrian Maguire is up on his feet and none the worse for his fall at the final flight. There's our winner, Sausalito Bay, ridden by Paul Carberry. Paul's 4th winner at the festival, and a first win at the festival for trainer Noel Meade after a few years of trying and a few near misses. A 14 to 1 winner and not unfancied either, was available at 20 to 1 in the early exchanges, and always up with the pace, Sausalito Bay, in the colours of the High Street Racing Syndicate. First blood here for Ireland. Sausalito Bay returned at 14 to 1, second number 1 Best Mate at 6 to 1, and third the well-supported favourite You'll Never Walk Alone, 5 to 4 favourite. The totes win 980, places 170, 180 and 140. The exacta £48 and the straight forecast £74 and 35 pence. There's a 5 pence deduction on all winning bets owing to the late withdrawal of Landing Light.